மறக்காம சர்ப்ரைஸ் பண்ணுங்க. Thank you.
The pieces which are playing against the queen can be working as a team not only to defend the king but also to secure the win. Ideally, the situation is like the one that we see at the moment. The rook is behind the pass pawn, the one on a6. These two pieces, the pawn is trying to move as further as possible, just like in the situation with the two rooks playing against the queen. It's pretty similar. So the pawn is trying to reach the 7th rank, and when this happens, the queen is forced to block it, and after that, the reserved piece, here this is the knight, it could be also the bishop, is coming closer and deflects the queen from the square in front, and that would be the win. Let's see how Judith Polgar with the white pieces is doing this against Alexei Shirov. The first move is obvious, it is a7, but she didn't play it because she saw that the queen is good enough to deliver perpetual check in that case. Instead of that, she played rook e5. So a7 would be only a draw. After queen g2 check, king b3, queen d5 check, king c2. There is nothing much that white can do. Also in this line, after queen g2, if the king goes on d1, then there will be a check on f3, king d2 would be answered, queen g2 check, and one more check. The king can go in front, but this wouldn't help for the win, as after queen g4 check, queen f3 is very unpleasant, and white will either have to retreat with the king or to take on d6, but taking on d6 is not good enough for the win, as he is losing the knight, and king c7. There are still too many checks. The king cannot escape them, and at the same time there is no tempo to promote the a-pawn. But Judith, with the patient move rook a5, is creating the same idea. a7 cannot be stopped, she knows that, and here queen e2 check would be answered, this time king b3, and after queen takes d3, still she is losing the knight, but this time it is for good cause. The pawn is going into a queen, there is no check on d5 to stop the pawn. Shirov didn't play like that, he tried another move, he tried queen a8, but that's precisely what white is hoping for, a7, and then the knight is coming to b6 or either c7 to deflect the queen, to chase it away from the blockading square and to promote the pawn. The game finished with b5, knight b4, d4, knight d5. Of course, taking that pawn was also possible, but white is not distracted by that pawn. D takes c3, b takes c3, king g7, and here king b3 caused immediate resignation. The other winning move was knight b6, and there is no perpetual after the check, and this check is the king is hiding itself on a3. So this is the winning method. If we have the pawn, place the rook behind it, try to push it to the 7th rank, and then with the light piece deflect the opponent's queen, kick it away. The queen is not a good blockader, and this is how we are always going to win in these situations.
மறக்காம சர்ப்ரைஸ் பண்ணுங்க. Thank you.